Good morning. It is Monday, April 1st, and that means two things. It's Deepfake Awareness Day. I just made that up, but it's important, and you should be aware of it. And it is also time for the Lighting Industry News Brief, brought to you by Keystone Technologies and the Linta, which comes in multiple lengths, with multiple combination options, so you can build joints and groups and interesting formations of this architectural downlight that is also an architectural uplight on a switch. One product, two directions. It also allows you to select power on a switch and select color on a switch. That's right, 3 inches wide, multiple lengths, multiple options. That's KeystoneTech.com. Link in the description if you please. Let's get into the news. Energy Star has named their Partners of the Year. This is, of course, their recognition program for energy efficiency. A number of utilities and a couple of lighting manufacturers are on the list. MaxLight is now in the residential space with the MaxLight Home. Applied UV is offering common stock. Direct placement offer came out to $2.76 million. Signify has made their 2,000th EPD. Ledvance celebrated 1 year of their Eastern Distribution Center, saying that their shipping speed is up 80% because of it. First Companies have planned a Wisconsin distribution center with a 300,000 square foot facility in West Salem. Dialight has is going to admit new shares with not quite 200,000 new ordinary shares being offered for not quite 2 pence each. Lucheco is raising their dividend to $3.20 a share this quarter. Acuity's shares have reached a 1-year high, not quite $270 per share. Energy Focus sales were down $200,000 less than last year. And we have a update to Craig DeLuey's rebate outlook with a state-by-state breakdown of who's offering rebates where and when. The U.S. Postal Service is continuing to improve their distribution centers with $3 million spent in Huron, $4 million in Iron Mountain, $1.5 million in Grand Forks, and $3.5 million in Bismarck. And in Baltimore, a 948-foot cargo ship crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which of course caused it to collapse. The Port of Baltimore will be closed for the foreseeable future. So if you're keeping score, the Suez Canal is a war zone. The Panama Canal is at half capacity until the rainy season, maybe. The Port of Quebec is on strike, but working for now. That could change with federal legislation. The Port of LA is slowing down to change how trucks get into and out of the port for roadway reconstruction. What else? Oh, Boeing jets are increasingly unreliable, and Union Pacific stopped paying for the Pinkertons, which means that they also didn't. Yeah, the Pinkertons. So they have no security. They did not bother to add any security to their trains. They don't even lock the cars. They didn't coordinate with any of their local law enforcement. So theft from trains is up again. It's party like it's 1880, I guess. So what I'm saying is that moving boxes around is increasingly hard. That's what I'm saying. IKEA is cutting prices on 700 items, including lighting. You can become a judge of the IES Illumination Awards if you would like. You can apply for that now. LEDs Magazine is ending its print run, but still committed to web publication. Franklite is celebrating their 50th anniversary with new decorative products. In legal news, Lutron has been cleared in a smart shade case. GeiGTech had complained about their trade dress, and a judge has found that they are sufficiently distinct. The IBEW Local 1783 has sued JT Rizal Lighting Company over a pension fund dispute. SSLH has accused Hyla and the SDLA of breaching trade secrets. And Ingantech has licensed UC Santa Barbara's LED IP, specifically a chemical vapor deposition tech used to make micro LEDs. In rep agency updates, Gormley Farrington will be repping Signify's Genlight in Pennsylvania and West Virginia, and CSA Sales will rep Classic Wire and Cable in Florida. In events, Universal Display is going on a lecture tour, including a number of talks at South Korean universities and the sponsorship of the OLED Korea Conference. We have on the 2nd of May, Radulescu on patent issues that are current. The GSA and the LHRC are planning a circadian lighting event. This is in person, it's in Washington, D.C., but you can force it to go virtual if you fill out a survey, probably. PG&E will present on residential lighting, 3 sessions on that planned in April. We have a EU lighting forum on April 23rd that will focus on renovations, and on the 16th we have a webinar from the Good Light Group and Luger Research on light and metabolic health. In IoT news, the winners of the IDC have been named, 15 smart cities recognized there. The FCC has introduced an IoT cybersecurity label. This is a voluntary program, but it's ready to go. And in the UK, 4 million smart meters just don't work. In R&D, we can talk about a social sciences study from University of Waterloo that deployed flyers to nudge people into energy savings. We also have the University of St. Andrews working on time-activated fluorescence for OLEDs. These are new organic semiconductors. In sports news, we have new facade LEDs at Wrigley. We have Lord's Test Grounds testing LED lighting, that's a cricket pitch, and the Albuquerque Isotopes have relamped their field with LEDs. In darkness-related news, daylight saving time does affect mortality rates. Allen increases your risk of stroke by as much as 40%. Exercise before bed might be bad for your eyes. Panasonic is launching a new anti-glare, anti-light pollution flood lamp. Morning sunlight does help children in a number of ways. Solar eclipses do affect animal behavior. PIC in Colorado has lighting codes, but no one's enforcing them. Oak Hill, Texas is considering a dark sky recognition program. The state of Illinois has proclaimed a Dark Sky Week. This is part of the broader International Dark Sky Week that runs April 2nd to the 8th. This is also true of Auckland, New Zealand, also acknowledging Dark Sky Week. Fairfax County, Virginia is asking for lights out. Pinell County going in for Dark Sky Week. And an Iowa wind farm is ditching warning lights in favor of radar. In horticultural news, Scott's Miracle Grow has closed their cannabis supply division in Colorado. This was, of course, for at-home growers, but there you go. Iceland is using waste heat from crypto mines to grow food. A tomato greenhouse is finally doing something useful with cryptocurrency. Finally. And a BC container farm has begun production. This is Evergreen Farms. In recommended reading, we have recaps from Education from LEDs Magazine and U.S. lighting trends. You can talk about lighting for basement rentals, basement offices, relighting higher ed facilities. We have restoring a lighthouse. We have women in integration. We have dueling faux skylights, that is comparative reviews. We have a discussion of working in churches, particularly for connected lighting. We have the value of taking a nap at work. We have advice from Brian Dunbar, 5 common OSHA violations you should look out for, Mary Cook on architectural light. We have new retail lighting and generative AI in IoT. All these articles on nailed.org and more. In local news, we have new grants for Madison County, Wisconsin parks. Henry County, Virginia has completed a number of school retrofits. Ontario's utilities have ended a rebate program for homeowners. New Orleans, Louisiana is still struggling with copper thieves on their highways. We have $3 million in funds in Pennsylvania, $1 million in funds for security in Las Vegas. We have $24 million in funds for infrastructure coming to northern BC, $1 million in funds for complete street programs in California. In Bakersfield, California, we have $500,000 to spend on security improvements. High school students are relamping a career center in Waterloo, Ohio. We have $5 million in funds at the UCA Design Department, and a new neon sign in Albuquerque is already flickering and sputtering. Gotta love neon. Viper Networks has moved into Sri Lanka, and Kosum, an Italian brand, is expanding throughout the EU. In Papal News, SIA has named Dan Kremens as Built Environment Advisory Board Chair. PIA has granted Tad McGuire a leadership award. Corinne Furfine has been named a regional sales manager at Lumka. Mark Needham is now a VP at Kasambi. We have a recap of a number of people moves from last month on Inside Lighting. And in the weird section, we have a student finding a 1600-year-old oil lamp, a record-breaking pyrotechnical skydiving display. We have old school night vision, and you can build a voice assistant that isn't on the cloud for your smart home, should you so desire. I've been Scott Walker. Thank you to Keystone. Thank you for listening. Thank you to Lighthead. Thank you for everything. Have a great week. Enjoy your music. See ya. Hitching rides through town to town.